in a game that got physical even by Charles Barkley's standards. We pick it up in the third. Sherman Douglas is greeted by Barkley in the lane, and the little man comes away the winner as the collision repositions one of Barkley's teeth, putting him on the sidelines for 8 minutes. But despite missing that period of time, Charles came back to finish off the Celtics with a season-high 38. And the Sixers win at the Spectrum, 126. From Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley yucking it up, but there was nothing funny about what we're about to see. In the first quarter, Barkley on the drive, hit on the head accidentally, but very hard, by Horace Grant's elbow. Barkley went down, returned a short time later.
Let's take a look at the highlights. This is in the second quarter. Charles Barkley, an elbow full for Robert Horry of Houston. But moments later, Barkley is rejected by Horry, who gets even. Charles coming off his 5-point performance.
We know they won't die. You got to kill them.
Could this actually be Charles Barkley's last game? Well, remember, he's threatened to retire. But frankly, a lot of people don't believe him.
I've been hearing that all season long.
Why is this man steamed? Man, if looks could kill, there'd be a lot of dead Phoenix Suns right now.
Affected by the trades of his best friend, Buddy Owens, and Chris Webber. Foul is called on Barkley. Well, that last foul on Charles Barkley, a flagrant foul, Matt. There it is. It starts in the lower right side of the screen. I think somewhere there's a basketball player in Angola who says he could relate to David Wood.
Well, Charles did not use an elbow or a fist, but did use that very strong shoulder as David Wood doing what he's supposed to do defensively, trying to meet Charles as high as possible to bump him off and not let him take that position down low. David Wood did his job. Charles took exception to it and then threw that shoulder in for a flagrant one free throw for David Wood, and the basketball for the Golden State Warriors.
And as you saw, Charles Barkley with his 5th flagrant foul to lead the NBA.
And make it 2 shots, as I guess they're ruling it as a elbow type flagrant foul, even though it was a shoulder, same effect.
Golden State 30 and Phoenix 24 with 2:14 remaining in this first quarter. There you see the leaders, a list that Rod Thorne checks every Monday morning.
Danny will swear to the end that was a pass.
And Barkley has 14 points, 2-point lead for the Warriors. Ricky Pierce, rebounded by
Charles Barkley looking all around at the referee underneath. There's another technical on Barkley. And he should be gone with that first one. No, I don't know with the flagrant foul. Let's see how they ruled this here. If they did not rule that a technical, just the flagrant foul, that'll be just the first on Charles. But Charles couldn't believe that no foul was called there as Clifford Rozier just climbed all over Charles. But I think kind of the officials getting caught up in the aggressiveness and hustle of Rozier, giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, we showed you earlier that Charles Barkley leads the NBA in flagrant fouls, also leads in technical fouls. That is number 25 for Charles. Another proud moment for the Chuckster.
They always say it's good to lead the league from something, but I don't think they had that in mind.
Timeout, Warriors. 5:47 remaining. First half, Golden State by 5. You are watching the end
of Charles. Not really going to make a good box out here, just going for the basketball, as is Rozier, and that's why he got one more look at it. As you see Charles with that inside position. I think Charles tried to box out and just move him out with his body, and Rozier made contact. Charles would have gotten the benefit of the doubt and the call there, as Charles upset with his performance despite doing a good job of scoring and rebounding in this first half.
Again, Pierce posting up. Sprewell, 3. And rebounded by Johnson. Johnson battling with teammate Charles Barkley.
And Charles laughing. Johnson say, hey, I'm going for another near triple-double anyway.
First time.
There, Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson will battle for this rebound, and KJ just out-muscles Charles Barkley. Charles used to always tell his teammates, when we had new teammates in the team, he said, hey, I get all the defensive rebounds. You guys just pass to me and set screens.
Sending you back to our Showtime studios in New York, Matt Gukas and Ahmad Rashad. I'm Marv Albert saying...
And Holden got caught that time.
Now, why would he pressure Joe Klein on the perimeter like that, though?
Well, they want to try to make some mistakes. The problem is that they're not getting to the ball soon enough.
Bending a one-time MVP in the league. Bodies flying everywhere. Beautiful entry pass, though, by Kevin Johnson.
The crowd wanted over the top. The reaction is no foul there. Barkley continued on and missed. And then Detlef Schrempf was fouled at this end of the floor.
Charles is still questioning it as Detlef Schrempf puts up the first of two.
Detlef Schrempf.
And Seattle has not been able to make shots on a consistent basis. Irvin Johnson gets fouled on the foul.
And Charles Barkley, a frustrated Charles Barkley, just yanked him to the floor. That's number 2 on Barkley.
Barkley is flirting with that flagrant foul problem that he has. Suspended for a game earlier this year. Phoenix was able to win that game, but he certainly would not want to lose Barkley to another suspension as the playoffs on the horizon.
And it's exactly the same thing. Barkley was frustrated then for a non-call at one end of the floor and then committed the flagrant foul at the other end.
And a technical foul on Barkley.
You knew this technical was coming. He had been working on it, and he wasn't going to be satisfied until he made his point and forced him to call a technical. Joey Crawford obliges, so Schrempf steps in to try to make the technical.
The problem is when you let the first rough foul go, then the players say, well, if that's not a foul, what is? Let me find out. And then you start getting rougher and rougher. A guy gets thrown to the floor. Then they start calling flagrants. Everything escalates.
But, you know, with Barkley, he remembers all of the calls and the ones he got and he didn't get. And this still goes back to the first half when he got pushed. You thought he should have jumped, but he still got it.
Charles Barkley is the trash-talking, skywalking star of the Phoenix Suns. He's turned mean into green with his $1 million endorsements. And if you don't like him, he don't care.
Just because I'm Charles Barkley, I don't have to take crap off people. That's it. See ya.
The fans in Phoenix love the man who's hard to like.
Charles Barkley is known as a great basketball player and a controversial one. And now some of Charles Barkley's fans are saying they got dunked. A bunch of people paid a lot of money to be with Barkley on a Caribbean cruise. But when Sir Charles didn't show, his fans cried foul.
But if you paid big money this summer to go cruising with Sir Charles, you saw Charles vanish. The ad promised a week-long cruise from New York to Bermuda with none other than her hero, Charles Barkley. Cruise was the brainchild of Alan Kobrick, a former golf pro turned tour promoter. Last October, he says, he approached Charles Barkley with the idea for a Charles and Friends Bermuda Dream Cruise.
His initial reaction was that he wasn't interested in going on cruises. When we told him how much money we were planning on paying him and what we were planning on offering him, he quickly changed his mind and said it sounded good.
138 fans ponied up about $4,000 each for the exclusive voyage with Charles Barkley and 5 of his NBA friends. Unbeknownst to the passengers, there was a legal iceberg threatening to sink the whole trip. Barkley's lawyers say Allen failed to pay all of Charles's fee and provided inadequate insurance. Barkley feared getting sued if anything went wrong on the trip. So, on July 13th, 2 days before the cruise was set to sail, Barkley announced he wasn't going.
I'm embarrassed. My company promoted this cruise. My company promised these people that they would have Charles Barkley.
It was too late to refund the $4,000 tickets, so the paying customers had no choice but to go on the cruise.
Charles didn't go. I didn't want to go. I mean, I was spending money that I really didn't have or I could have used for something else.
Barkley was there in spirit, if not in person. A life-size cutout of Barkley arrived to pose for pictures, and Barkley on a stick masks were handed out. But the joking around hasn't kept some fans from crying foul.
We did get ripped off, and there should be restitution of some sort.
Barkley went on radio to explain his rather abrupt cancellation.
You have 24 hours to get this insurance to me, or I'm not going. I'm not going to put myself out there, make myself liable for them being bad businessmen.
Charles pulled out of the cruise to avoid trouble. Now it looks like he may have some. Barkley may end up in court because Kobrick says that though he and the fans lost out, Sir Charles pocketed $50,000.
It's bad sportsmanship. As we would say on the golf course, it's bad golf. It's not right.
Won the last 3 here at the Garden, including last year. But Charles Barkley in that game sidelined by a knee injury. And Barkley trying to get the step is called for traveling and is hit with a technical by Joe Crawford.
Kind of a quick whistle. whistle there by Joe Crawford. He was the official involved in the Scottie Pippen technical fouls the other night, which resulted in Pippen throwing that chair onto the floor by just asking for 3 seconds. Just a hard two-hand bounce by Charles Barkley right back to himself, but the way that Charles did it with some vehemence, Joe Crawford taking control immediately. Let's take a look at Charles' feet here as he did shuffle them. A little 1 foot forward and then lifted both feet, and it was a walking violation, but Charles engaging the ire of Joe Crawford.
Yes, engaging the ire.
I knew it was one of those things.
Yes. Battle between Mason and Barkley down low, and a foul is called. Foul on.
Charles coming down, handling the basketball, eyeing the rim all the way, releases and gets it. He's going to turn and have a little discussion with Joey Crawford after he signals there. And I think Charles is still talking about that technical foul in the first quarter.
Local Arizona product. Any fan of Saturday Night Live or stand-up comedy knows David Spade.
Come on, Chuck!
Who says, quote, "Come on, Chuck."